In this video, I'll look at the best transcription software. Important factors are accuracy, cost, one of them in this video is free by the way, and speed of transcription. Let's dive in. Okay, now each piece of software that I'm going to use for transcription in this video does a slightly different thing, so you decide what you need for your use case. The first one is called Whisper Transcribe, and I recently had a chat with a developer, super nice guy who's adding loads of features in, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. Now, under the hood, it's using OpenAI's Whisper API. It's one of the most accurate transcription tools out there on the internet right now. So I think it's going to be rather good. So here it is. You've got a nice clean interface, and the way it works is you simply buy credits. You can use my link down below to get some nice credits and get started to try this out. Now, of course, you can upload a file, you can click and record audio straight away, or the coolest thing is you can search for podcasts from a library. So you could type in any of your favorite podcasts, for instance, like so, search for that podcast, and boom, there is the show that I'd like to transcribe using this software. Now, it'll find 40 episodes, but you can, of course, load more in until you get all the episodes in there, and then you can search for a specific guest that was on like that, and boom, you can transcribe that episode and get it for you within seconds. There's also the chance to add YouTube links as well if you want to transcribe YouTube videos, and I've actually tried this on my own YouTube video. It's really rather good, very, very accurate as you'd expect if it's using OpenAI's Whisper API. You can download SRTs, you can get VTT files as well, and this is really cool, you can generate AI content. This is something that I really like. You can use a suggested prompt, like for instance, create a title for this YouTube video, or give me a promotional LinkedIn post, or some podcast show notes, or a promotional Twitter thread. So let's try that one. It gives the prompt. All you've got to do is click generate, and boom, there it is. Are you a content creator looking to boost your YouTube click-through rates? And it goes on, something I can easily put into my Twitter feed, and quite accurate based on the YouTube video I made. Next, we're going to look at one of my old favorites called Sonics. A link to this will be in the description, and it's really good if you're doing multi-language transcriptions, as Sonics support just about every language I can imagine. They also support multiple speakers and files from all different sources, from video through to audio. I uploaded a couple of translated audio files of my video recording, so I spoke in French. It transcribed me into beautiful French here, and it will also sync up with the content.
Salut, je suis Mike. Bienvenue dans ce tutoriel.
So as you can see, it's highlighting each word as I say something. Now I've got a bunch of tools here. I can highlight things, I can show confidence. So if there's anything it's not sure about, it's going to highlight it here. Of course, it did get bienvenue right. That's, of course, welcome to the tutorial. So anything that needs correcting can potentially be highlighted there. I can change the playback speed. I can embed this in my website. So it's great for embedding podcasts and video tutorials. Can share it with people. And also, I think it's got about the most export options, as well as having a huge amount of language options. You can export in so many different formats, from, well, traditional Word documents to PDF files, subtitle files, research, audio and video editors, and even underlying media as well. So if you need a bunch of options and good accuracy with highlights on words it's not sure about, Sonics could well be the way for you to go. Next, I'm going to talk about a mobile-first app that sits in my pocket all the time, and I use this one to be super productive. It will take meeting notes whether I'm online or if I'm in person having a meeting with someone. This has been a life changer for me when I've needed to record thoughts and ideas from conversational meetings I have. It's called Otter AI, and I wanted to show you here just how it works by tapping the microphone. And now I can speak to you, and you will see, as I'm speaking to you, it is transcribing exactly what I'm saying onto the screen in real time. It's pretty epic. I love this, and it will give me so much more than just a meeting transcript. I can talk with this meeting later. What is really insane is this app's free plan is really generous. It includes 300 free minutes every single month, and you can record meetings of up to 30 minutes in length before you need to pay any money. Let's take a little look at the web interface as well, and you'll see here it's got all your meeting notes nicely saved. So when I'm talking about trying to work on a video, that's a little meeting I'll have with myself in Transcribe. Or I was talking with Isabella the other day about social media strategy, and you can see everything is nicely transcribed here. But what I think is the killer feature, and this is available even on the free plan, is you can have a chat with your voice meeting that's been transcribed. So you just tag @Otter and then you ask it a question. What were identified as good social media strategies? And there we go, right down here. It tells exactly what was discussed in the meeting, which is incredible. I can tag it again now and say, Otter, what platforms should I focus on? And there we go. Based on the discussion, it's saying LinkedIn for news updates, Twitter for quickly sharing info, Facebook for events, and Instagram for visually appealing. And this is exactly what I was chatting to Isabella about in our voice face-to-face meeting. So it's incredibly cool. You can ask quite a few questions to the Otter AI before it says you need a paid plan. So really, the free plan is pretty awesome, pretty generous, and great if you want to be productive in any kind of voice meeting. Next up is one of my favorite content creation platforms, Riverside. Go check them out in the link down below. And of course, I record my podcast regularly inside Riverside, so you'll see here in the recordings, I've got some episodes. Let's go to the latest episode here, and then I can look at the transcription in the editor. So as I go into the editor, it supports 100 plus languages, so not only English, but also the other languages that were featured in this multilingual show as well. Now, what you'll see here is it gives you a very, very accurate transcript. Like I say, in 100 plus languages, but it's also claimed to be 99% accurate. So you can do text-based editing in here. So if I wanted to, I could actually go ahead and highlight a certain amount of this text and just simply hit the delete key on my keyboard, and boom, that is actually cut out of my timeline here in my video podcast, which is insane. I can undo by, as you'd expect, hitting Command or Control-Z, boom, and it's back to normal. And if I want to correct, that's also a feature that's just been made available inside Riverside. So Isabella is spelled incorrectly here. I can click correct on this and I can type in Isabella with a Z. She'll really appreciate that. Correct. And boom, that is now updated. But also, if I scroll down, I can actually go ahead and download the transcript as either an SRT subtitles file for places like YouTube or a TXT file if I want to upload it, for instance, to AI to have it analyzed and write some podcast show notes. Finally, if I need a good and reliable transcription, I'm an Adobe Creative Cloud member, so I'll use Premiere Pro. Now, one of the good things about this is, well, it's not free. You need to pay for Adobe software. But if you're using the software already, yes, you have free transcription baked right into it. A really cool thing is there's no going to the cloud of any of your data. This is done locally on your machine. So if you're sensitive about sharing certain data, you can do it all locally inside Premiere Pro. So here you'll see I've got the basic interface of Premiere Pro. It's a video editor, by the way, in case you didn't know. And then I can change the workspace up here in the top right and go to captions and graphics. Now you see I've got no files. I'm going to drag and drop a WAV file, an audio file here, and I'm going to drop it into my media bin here. This is test. Double click it and you'll see the waveform. But if I go to the text box here, look at that. It already transcribed. It's like lightning fast. You'll see this is simply a test to see how well transcription works in Adobe Premiere Pro. You can also do text-based editing by selecting and hitting the spacebar. This is simply a test to see how well transcription works in Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, if I want to do text-based editing with this, I can drag and drop it onto my timeline here, and you'll see that I've got this here that appears. Now I can just select everything and delete in Adobe Premiere Pro and have another listen. See how well transcription works. How cool is this? And in Adobe Premiere Pro has completely gone from my transcript there. So there we go, modern, fast, cheap and efficient. You can transcribe in seconds using much of the transcription software that I've mentioned in this video. Each one has a slightly different use case, so pick the one that best matches your needs. And by the way, if you use any of the links down below, some of them are affiliate links, so you do support the channel by clicking them and testing the software out for yourself.